Oh, snap. I think mine is like erroring out for some reason. Not sure if I'm actually live. Oh, snap. Oh man, you can actually stream now. I think mine is like erroring out for some reason. Not sure. Oh, snap. Send me the link. Can you see my? Oh, actually. Oh, I see myself, I think. Testing. Oh, snap.
Yeah,
I keep on getting error occurred though. Oh, snap. Send me the link. Okay, well, that's good. Can you see my? Oh, actually. Oh, I see myself, I think. All right, cool. Send me yours too. I can check yours. Oh, snap. Send me the link. Okay, well. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Dude, you can actually start streaming. I think there's something weird going on with my computer. I can't view either of our streams. Yes. It needs to survive the re-render. Um, because so the weird thing is if the view owns the state and you need to re-render that view. Whoops. Okay, I can hear your stream. Oh geez, it's loud. So you have to carefully when you're doing this view management stuff, you have to carefully mark which state. Oh, okay. I think I realized something. I think you do have to mark it as state. If you're not careful, let's say you don't mark it as state, when the view re-renders, anything that's not marked as state gets thrown away. Because I think it does destroy the entire strut and recreate the entire strut. But if things are marked as state, the view engine will refresh that state. Will reload. Will hang on to that state and then give it back to the strut. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Do you know this mechanism in UI kit? UIKit has this explicitly, and SwiftUI just does it automatically for you. UI. Let me try to find it. There's like lifecycle functions for this. I don't think it's state restoration activity. It might be something like record, encode restorable state, decode restorable state. Yeah, it's like a very manual way to manage your state. Because I think UIKit does a very similar process of destroying the view, and it doesn't do it automatically, like by listening to state changes. But you know how sometimes your phone can run low on memory? Yeah, sometimes maybe your app is in the background and it like clears your view or clears your state. So it might automatically run those lifecycle functions for you. I don't think a lot of people do this, but UIKit gives you that option. It's like I guess, a more advanced use case. I think it's this one. Yeah, app delegate, because the operating system, iOS, can do stuff to your app, like destroy, like, yeah, if your app is in the background, maybe it destroys it or recycles the view to save memory. And as a part of that state restoration, you might want to hook into that life cycle. Advanced state management to optimize the efficiency of your app to play nicely with the rest of the operating system. It might destroy your view controller, and but if you want the system to automatically like be able to destroy and bring back your view controller, you need to hook into these lifecycle functions. Otherwise, you can't do that. I think you can hook it. I think you can hook it per view controller. Like you can specify. So a stack is just a bunch of view controllers, and you can customize the behavior for each view or view controller, each sub one. And the navigation hierarchy might be state as well, maybe. I'm a little bit fuzzy on that details. Infrequently, like I've seen it. I know One Medical used it, kind of, at least one point. I don't use it too often. Haven't used it too often. I think it's a little bit more prominent in Android. If you see how they manage their UI views, um, they have this feature where, do you know when you rotate your phone, it reorganizes the view? One thing I remember from Android is like they say very clearly you have to manage the state carefully like that, because when you rotate your phone, it actually destroys your UI view and recreates it. Therefore, you have to explicitly mark which state is there. because every time you rotate it, um, of being rotatable or like which trait are you thinking about? Um, yeah, maybe collection trait it might be slightly different. I guess I'm mostly thinking about how the so explicitly marking what is mutable state inside of your view so that the operating system can know what is safe to destroy and recreate if needed versus what's not safe to destroy, what it needs to make sure you still have afterwards. Y- Swift UI with the at state allows you to easily mark which ones are mutable state that shouldn't be destroyed when your view is, and then the rest of it, the rest of your view, it knows, oh yeah, I can destroy it and recreate it anytime I need to. That's the way I think about it, at least. Maybe iOS does the same thing. No, no, I don't think so. When you rotate your phone, I think it doesn't destroy everything. At least with the UI kit. Swift UI, I don't know. Yeah, yeah, that sounds accurate. So the mechanism, the view engine is slightly different between Android and iOS. I just remember that mechanism being more prominent, the state management being more prominent in Android because of that reason. But because SwiftUI SwiftUI is now also making it more prominent, making it like very like they're throwing it up front in your face, saying like, "Hey, you need to explicitly mark which one's state and not." That allows the view engine to be a lot more powerful to recreate the view anytime it needs to, including whenever the state changes, re-rendering on state changes. That's how it's like able to automatically know when to re-render. Yeah, yeah, I realize it's like very confusing and complex. That's it's kind of like something like that. I think. Uh, sorry, I wasn't listening to what you were saying. Use reference for what? Oh, like for at state stuff. Wait. Okay, so it's not a state. So it's just a regular variable, like a keyword in when you're declaring the variable. Yeah. Mm. Hmm. Mm. That's my under. Yeah, that's my understanding too. Oh, I feel like task might be a strut. Like I, but which doesn't really make sense. So it might be a like both kind of sounds accurate to me. Assuming it's a reference type, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Now here's the weird part. Task is a strut. Task is a value type. There you go. That's a good question. Well, I mean, I think you're right. However, in my mind right now, what I'm thinking is if I say strut, usually I would think value. Like here's a strut. It's like here's the definition of the structure, and then here's the actual value as defined by the structure. Like the structure is a schema. I mean, I in some ways I think you could say object, but it's kind of weird saying like a value is an object. Let me double check on this. Clarify my thoughts on this. In Swift terminology, object is strictly reserved for reference types like classes and other stuff. So when it's a value. Ooh, okay. Like almost like instance, right? Even though instance seems to be more for reference type. I feel like you could say something. Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, let me see. Um, instant, mm, instance. Yeah. So whether it's a strut class or an enum, whether you create like a strut value or an object or a case value, a strut value and an object and or case value, all three of those, you can call those instances. Yeah, instance. it's having a problem. Yes, instances. Cool. You can say like it's a value instance or a reference instance, aka object. Yeah, thank you. That's a good question. Hey Jason, it's an hour. I think if your laundry might be ready. Okay, I'm gonna throw it into the dryer.
Hello? Oh my god. I had no audio before? Shit. Hello? Oh my god. I had no audio before? Shit. Alright, now I know. Oh my god. I had no audio before? Shit. Alright, now I know. Oh my god. I had no audio before? Shit.
Pretty small.
Yo, Jimmy, guess what?
Max. Yeah, I heard. I was hearing it.
Oh yeah? Dude.
I wasn't listening to your voice. I did hear myself when I was talking on your stream.
Okay, so the desktop audio works fine. It's just my audio was connected to a wrong microphone. That's why.
Oh, makes sense. Okay, yeah, now I can hear both of us. It's okay, Jason. We're learning. We're learning.
Yeah.
Check my screen too. I I think I heard myself.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you before. Wait, what? That's so crazy. You have to register on where like which screen that you want to push to, which view you want to push to.
Oh, you're looking at the routing, the navigation stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds roughly accurate.
Wait, that
I think
sucks.
yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff with the so like I'm also a little bit fuzzy
What?
when it comes to navigation
Why
in
is SwiftUI
SwiftUI.
better? Like, what the hell? Like, what? I need to do this?
I don't think it's necessarily better. There's trade-offs. And if you want a lot of complexity, like if you want more flexibility, I don't, from my understanding, I don't think SwiftUI native navigation stuff is great.
But the thing is, like, when it comes to enterprise level coding or
Mm-hmm.
application, like, you need to be as flexible as possible.
Sure, yeah. And when it comes to those cases, I think SwiftUI might be lacking.
So why is everyone
Now I
push for
remember.
SwiftUI? I don't understand.
I think it's really nice for individual, like when you're trying to go like fast, like individual developers who just needs to build stuff really quickly and it's like cohesive. I think it's nicer for those situations.
Okay. I
That's
don't know.
my
Maybe
high level.
maybe like this different way of doing this, but like this kind of sucks. So like the common gotcha is like multiple data types in one path. So like this, like if you forget to do this, then you get crashed. You crash like forgetting registering a destination for a type you push is a common
Mm,
runtime crash. There's no way.
sounds about right.
There's no way to guard
I feel
it.
like it's similar.
How? Why are we moving backwards?
All right, can't answer that specifically. I don't know. Ask on. Why are we moving backwards?
Why is I don't know. Maybe why is why do I feel like this is kind of shit?
My rough guess is maybe there's some historical reason, like you kind of brought stuff over from UIKit, like with the segues, maybe it. But I do agree, it like feels a little bit awkward from the parts that I've seen.
So basically, Swift UI is not very um. You don't have much freedom in Swift UI compared to UIKit. Is that correct? Was that like accurate?
Um, if you want to do things purely in the Swift UI way, I think yeah, I think Swift UI is pretty opinionated. So if you want to go 100% like do everything in the SwiftUI way, yes, there's not that much flexibility. I think it's an opinionated framework.
Yeah, because I don't know, because like products will require some crazy shit, crazy stuff, you know, crazy requirements, and if it's not, if if your if your stack is not flexible, then it's hard to do your job, no?
Yeah, no, that is true. Um, that being said, I think you can pick and choose elements from SwiftUI. Like I believe we don't. I remember at One Medical, we didn't use SwiftUI like 100% of the. Of course, there's times where we had legacy UI kit stuff and like we jumped back and forth. It was a little bit awkward and painful there too. But also for navigation, I think we didn't completely use SwiftUI's navigation. I think it was like we used some other, I think it was like coordinator pattern or some other mechanism for navigation, which you can pick and choose. Like you can say, all right, don't use SwiftUI's navigation stuff, use our own. And remember in Tres Commas, Jason,
Yeah.
we have a router, we have a routing navigation style, and we're still using SwiftUI. So that's also a pick and choose strategy.
Yeah. Point freeze. Oh shit.
depending on if the item was in stock or sold out. Is it possible? There are a bunch of overloads here, but I want to use the one that has both a primary button and a secondary button. And then we can step out some alert messaging. The primary button we will have will be a destructive button. And we will pass it a trailing closure where we can maybe handle the deletion. And then the secondary button will just be a cancel button. Okay, and then to show this alert in the first place, we need to put that Boolean state to be true.
Data?
What's that?
An array of data? What? I thought it's strings, no? I don't know. Why would you centralize the path in... Why would you centralize the path in router? Why would you centralize the path in a router coordinator? Object instead of raw? What does that mean?
I guess SwiftUI isn't centralized in one router coordinator. It's more like segue. I guess SwiftUI's thing is kind of like segues, I think. Not centralized, but just used as needed.
I don't know about this IDK behavior. What the hell? App crash.
You might need to look more. You might need a lesson specifically on like SwiftUI about navigation, maybe. Unless this is the lesson for that.
Can we do refresh on day 1 and day 2? Are there notes of things I got wrong where I can study first before I take another quiz? Alright, I'm gonna stop streaming, Jimmy.